Slide into some college basketball, beginning with Auburn at South Carolina, 6:30 tip-off at the Gamecocks. Now, Auburn opened the betting as the 7-point favorite, and the total at 154.5. And since those markets opened this one up, no real surprises here as Auburn's taking a little bit of money in the early going. We're also seeing movement upward on the total as well. Right now, Auburn's -8 with the total moving upward to 155. So all that said and done, Auburn, once again, open -7, up to -8. Total open 154.5, up to 155. The Tigers, well, 62% of the consensus is leaning towards them, and 61% is shaded toward the over. At the moment, South Carolina's +300 for some money line cash. And if you like South Carolina to cover the points at home, they are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5, 5-1 straight up in their last 6. Auburn on the other side, well, they failed to cover in 7 out of their last 10 on the road dating back to last season. They also rank 182nd in road defensive rebounding. Now, scoring-wise, Auburn's 4-2 to the under in their last 6 on the road. Meanwhile, on the South Carolina side of things, they're 3-3 to the under when the line was more than 145. So with all that said and done, I'm going to take the home dog in this one. Give me South Carolina +8 and the under 155 in that one. All right, next game, it is going to be Mississippi State at Kentucky. That is a 7 o'clock tip-off at Kentucky. The Wildcats open the betting as the 8-point favorite, and the total at 144.5. And since those markets open that one up, we're seeing a steady and consistent fade of Kentucky in the early going here. They're down to -6.5. We're also seeing movement downward on the total as well. That moved down to 144. So once again, Kentucky open -8, down to -6.5. Total open 144.5, down to 144. 64% is leaning toward Kentucky, 70% shaded toward the over. And at the moment, the Mississippi State Bulldogs are +250 for some money line cash. Now, if you like the Bulldogs to get the job done in this one, it's going to be tough sledding for them. It's going to be tough sledding for you as a backer. They're taking on a Kentucky squad who ranks 2nd in the nation in defensive rebounding. They're also shooting 49% from the field. Mississippi State on the other side, well, they failed to cover in 4 out of their last 6. They're also 0-5 against the spread after 4 or less days off. Now, when it comes to the scoring, Kentucky is 80% to the over when the line was between 132 to 145. So very big. Who came up with that stat? Very big number there. A very big range. But Kentucky's 80% to the over when the line was between 132 and 145. I don't know how much that's going to help us here. But anyway, I'm going to purchase the 0.5 point, slide it down, and take Kentucky -6 and the over 144 in that one. That's so funny because I do all my own writing. So obviously I know who wrote it, but that's a bizarre stat. Anyway, next game, Wake Forest at Virginia, 9 o'clock tip-off at Virginia. The Cavaliers open 24 with the total at 131, and no surprises as we're actually seeing a fade of Virginia. That's an incredibly high spread with such a low total. But anyway, we've seen a 2-point fade of UVA in the early going here. We're also seeing slight movement upward on the total as well. Right now, the Cavaliers are -22 with the total moving upward to 131 and a hook. So once again, Virginia open 24, down to -22, total open 131, up to 131.5. 60% are leaning UVA, 52% shaded toward the under. And at the moment, Wake Forest is +2,500 for some money line cash. Now, the Demon Deacons are 4-2 against the spread, taking on teams over 650. They're also 3-2 against the spread following 4 or less days off. UVA on the other side of things, this is really bizarre. They rank 180th in college basketball in home scoring. They also rank 209th in home offensive rebounding. Very strange. Now, when it comes to the scoring, Wake Forest is 80% to the over, taking on teams allowing less than 67 points per contest. So with all that said and done, I'm going to take the road dog in this one. Give me Wake Forest +22 and the over 131.5 in that one. All right, next and final game for our college slate. It is going to be Duke at Pitt, 9 o'clock in the Steel City. Duke open -12 with the total at 152.5. And since those markets open that one up, no real surprises here as Duke continues to take money in the early going here. We've also seen really steady and consistent movement upward on the total as well. That moved up to 156. So once again, Duke open -12, up to -13.5 Total open 152.5 all the way up to 156. 62% are leaning Duke, 83% shaded toward the over. And at the moment, the Pitt Panthers are plus 745 for some money line cash. Now, Pittsburgh is 13-5 against the spread overall for the year. They also rank 9th in defending the 3-ball at home. Duke on the other side, well, they failed to cover in 3 out of their last 6 as the official road favorite. They also rank 211th in the nation in free throw shooting. Put them to the line, Pitt. Now, when it comes to the scoring, Duke is 11-5 to the under in their last 16. Pitt is 67% to the under in their last 12. So with all that said and done, I'm going to purchase the half a point, buy it up, and take Pitt plus 14 and the under 156 in that one. All right, let's go ahead and slide into our next and final slate for the show, and it's going to be in the NHL. We're going to start with the Sharks at the Wizards. The Sharks at the Capitals, 7 o'clock puck drop in Washington. The Caps open the betting as the $1.30 favorite, total at 5.5. And since those markets opened this one up, no real surprises here as Washington is taking some steady money in the early going. We also see movement upward on the total as well. So Washington open 130 up to minus 140. Total open 5.5. That's disgusting. Long hair. Gross. That's horrible. I should stop this video now, but we've made it through 13 minutes, so we're going to continue. Anyway, Washington open 130 up to 140. Total open 5.5 up to 6. San Jose's plus $1.25 for some money line cash. Washington plus 185 on the puck line. We have Dell projected in net for San Jose. We have Braden Holtby projected in net for Washington. As always, I say it every day. That could change by puck drop. The NHL is not very transparent when it comes to their rosters and lineups. So Dell and Holtby are the projected starters for this game. That could change by puck drop, but my notes, this is what I'm going based off of at the moment. Now, San Jose has Vlasic and Carlson out for this game. They're also winning just 46% of their games, taking on teams over 550. Now, Washington, on their side of things, well, they're winning 60% of their games following a day off. They also rank 8th in the NHL in scoring. Now, when it comes to the scoring in this matchup here, San Jose 78% to the over in their second of a back-to-back. So with all that said and done, I'm going to lean Washington minus 140 in the over. 6 goals in that one. Next game, we're going to skip one. Next game, Islanders, Blackhawks, 8:30 Chicago. The Islanders open minus 120 with the total was at 6. And since those markets opened this one up, we've actually seen a 30-cent move toward New York in the early betting here. They're now minus 150. Total remained at 6. So once again, the Islanders open 120 up to minus 150. Total open and remains at 6 goals. 66% leaning toward the Islanders, 62% shaded toward the under. Chicago's plus 130 for some money line cash. The Islanders are plus 180, laying the goal and a half. We have Lehner in net for the Islanders, D'Elia in net for Chicago. The Islanders rank 2nd in scoring in the NHL. They're also 2nd in goals allowed, playing well on defense as well. Chicago on their side of things, well, they dropped 5 out of their last 6. They also have Crawford, Forsling, and Perlini all listed on the injury report. Now, when it comes to the scoring, Chicago's 5-0 to the over in their last 5, 6-1 to the over in their last 7 at home. So with all that said and done, I'm going to make a very chalky play here. Give me the Islanders minus 150 and the over. 6 goals in that one. Next game, Hurricanes at the Flames, 9 o'clock puck drop in Calgary. The Flames open the betting as the $2 favorite and the total at 6.5. And since those markets opened this one up, we've actually seen a quarter fade of the Flames at home. 25-cent fade of the Flames on their home ice. No movement on the total as of yet. But right now, Calgary's minus 175. So once again, the Flames open 200, down to minus 175. Total open and remains at 6.5 goals. 63% are leaning Calgary, 55% shaded toward the under. Carolina's plus 155 for some money line cash. Calgary plus 150, laying the goal and a half. Now, when it comes to the goaltenders, we have Peter Mrazek slated for Carolina. We also have Rittich slated for the Flames. Once again, those are the probables that won't be confirmed until puck drop. Now, if you like Calgary in this matchup here, they have successfully covered in 4 out of their last 6 puck line plays. They're also 4-2 against the spread in their last 6 on their home